Tonga. My favorite part about my culture is just the relationship between family, between friends. Like, we go all in for each other.
The Kingdom of Tonga is a group of Polynesian islands located in the South Pacific Ocean. It's known for its diverse and rich culture, which includes the ancient art of wayfinding, a form of navigation which guides travelers safely to their destination. Wayfinding is an essential part of Tongan culture and has been passed down through generations for centuries. It is a reminder of Tonga's ancestors, connection to the ocean, and its respect for the environment.
Our ancestors used the environment because back then, no technology. So they used whatever was available. The canoe or the boat was mostly made from a coconut tree. In the Tongan culture, we say the coconut tree is the tree of life.
Wayfinding in Tonga is a risky process. With the unpredictability of the ocean currents and the lack of navigation tools, the crew must be able to read the stars and other natural signs in order to find their way.
Today, you wouldn't just say, I'll get up and I'll sail the Pacific Ocean. You're like risking your life.
The journey is long and hard, accompanied by dangerous storms, strong currents, and crashing waves. The crew must be able to rely on the knowledge of the traditional navigators in an ever-changing ocean environment. Thanks to these brave explorers, Tongan people have used wayfinding for centuries to explore the Pacific, trade with other island nations, and even settle in new lands. Wayfinding is deeply rooted in Pacific Islander culture and is an example of their strong connection to the Pacific Ocean and its beautiful islands. Join the Aquarium of the Pacific as we instill a sense of wonder, respect, and stewardship for the Pacific Ocean and its indigenous inhabitants.
Oops. You could probably hear me anyways because I'm loud. And the beautiful ideas behind this is really Alan and Charlotte's, and that's that there's a lot of scientists out there, but the scientists who really break through are the scientists who themselves are good storytellers. There's like thousands of scientific papers published every day, and most of them go unnoticed. The scientists who break through themselves know how to tell a story. But even more important, in the field that I care about, we care about so much here at the Aquarium, which is conservation in the environment, what the storytelling combined with the scientists inspires us to do something about it. And that's what this is all about. Science, storytelling, and inspiration in storytelling. And Alan and Charlotte, I'd like you to come up and say a few words about your vision. I don't get to do this very often, but here's some.
Thank you.
This really was their idea in the middle of the darkest time of COVID. The very first year that this was held, this was basically empty, but we could still have this film festival. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Peter and Bedring. Lady Charlotte and I are honored to present the Student Film Festival. We really believe that beautiful minds are so important, and depicted in graphics of the films and the narration that the winners are going to be presented tonight. We believe that beautiful minds should be discovered early on and nurtured as soon as they're available. Humanity needs to have beautiful minds for the present and the future. There are so many exciting things that are happening at universities, and we're particularly delighted in the fact that we have an educational CEO here, Peter Kay, who really is bringing the aquarium into the college atmosphere that it deserves. The oceanography is a very important aspect where most of our food, eventually, most of our good food will come, and it needs to be studied diligently. And we're in hopes that the aquarium will rise to the occasion. Lady Charlotte, did you want to say a few words?
Oh, thank you, Alan. I want to thank Peter and Adina and everyone that really makes this film festival so special. We thought about our love of film and how it makes the world a better place 3 years ago, and we were talking with Peter, and we thought, why don't we have a film festival for students? And we really are honored to have you students here with us tonight, and we're looking forward to seeing your videos because you will make the world a much better place and a safer place in years to come. So keep being excited about making your films and videos, and thank you so tonight for being with us.
And now we get on with the show. We talk about excitement. Wait till you see our MCs. You know, there's been a lot of famous duos out there, Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, Sonny and Cher, Bonnie and Clyde. They can't hold a candle to Callum and Ellie. Take it away for the rest of the evening.
I mean, that is like an intro right there.
What an intro.
I would be Clyde. Can you be
Welcome, Bonnie and Clyde.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Hello, everyone.
Welcome, everyone. It's so good to see you. As you were walking in, I was just doing a quick scope to see all of your beautiful outfits. Hopefully, I can match. Okay, but you guys look amazing. So happy that you are all here today. I wanted to also start off by saying our first film that we just watched was created by our Teen Climate Council here at the Aquarium of the Pacific. Can you all stand, all of my Teen Climate Council members? Stand, they're kind of in the back audience. Amazing job. Amazing. Thank you. So these teens have created a short film, and that film will be used to serve here in the Aquarium of the Pacific as a voice for Polynesian people right here in our Great Hall. So it'll be playing for the first time in the Great Hall of the Aquarium for our Polynesian Festival. So what a full circle moment.
And they were inspired by last year's film festival, which was our first film festival serving as MCs, and we're really excited to be back. So let's first of all, I just want to say everyone has said welcome. Welcome to the students, welcome to the parents, welcome to the teachers, welcome to all of the networks and supports that make these films possible. Tonight, you're not just family and parents and teachers, but we think you're the biggest fans of these films. So thank you so much for being here. What are we doing today? What are we going to watch?
Okay, so students, you all know, if you have made a film, you already know this process, but they were challenged to make a 3-minute film within 3 different categories. So they had to choose one category and make a 3-minute film. It's a lot harder than you think, right? It had to be their own creation, could not have a lot of different help from parents and staff members. It had to be them and their own creations. And not only that, they even had to do all this technical work of navigating copyrights and things like that. So a lot of very technical work was done. Amazing job. This year, we received about 42 different films, which is quite a large number, and that was from 24 different high schools. That's a lot of different high schools. So, and we even had 7 filmmakers joining us again from last year. Amazing job, all of you.
So all those films were submitted, and then what happened? We had a team of 30 paid and volunteer staff, interns, some of our scholars, some of our different networks served as the first round of judges. From there, they determined the 3 finalists in each category, and then we gathered a panel of 12 distinguished judges. We had a screening here at the Aquarium, and tonight, for the first time, we are going to announce the bronze, silver, and gold winners in each of the categories. But not just that, we're also going to have our winners come on down, take our space at the podium, and we're gonna have the opportunity to give them an Oscar moment where they get to share a little about what inspired them, what they like, who they want to thank. Thanks to the Academy, all of those things. So we're really excited to invite our winners down. Oh, I saw a couple faces in the audience like, what? I gotta do what? Yes, we're gonna get to know you. We're pretty friendly.
Yes,
We'll make it
yes.
really easy.
Hopefully, right? Yeah.
So we're gonna start with our first category. I love this category. I didn't eat much of a dinner tonight. So this is the ocean and food category. Good luck not being too hungry in this one. Our first category challenged our students to explore the very important relationship between ocean and food. So you will preview those now in no particular order.
My name is Allison Phipps, and I'm a 10th grade student who loves seafood. Ever since I was little, I've been fishing for my own food, and I've learned at a very young age the importance of sustainability and caring for our environment. You know, fish tacos sound really good right now. Here, come with me. We'll go on a journey and learn about the importance of sustainability and what makes sustainable seafood so awesome. go fishing, you need to make sure you have a couple of things, and the first being your fishing license. Fishing licenses are required by the state of California to be in the possession of anglers at all times. Why do you need a fishing license? Well, it has to do with sustainability. By having anglers purchase a fishing license, this allows the state to regulate how much fish is caught, how often anglers can go fishing, and even the species. So endangered species and threatened species don't get overpoached. It also allows anybody who isn't following these rules and regulations to get fined, so they won't do it again. Now, a big question. If you can't go fishing for your own food, where do you go? Most likely, a grocery store. Many people are familiar with fish like cod or salmon, tilapia, shrimp. You'll see these seafood items lining the grocery store aisles. But how do you know if it's sustainable? You can check for an MSC, Marine Stewardship Council, ASC, Aquaculture Stewardship Council, or BAP, Best Aquaculture Practices logo with a blue fish on the packaging of your favorite seafoods. In the end, why is sustainability so important? Well, if we stay sustainable, we ensure that our future generations will have fish just like we do, and the future generations of fish can continue to thrive in non-polluted waters and with population sizes that are good enough to last for years. If you stay sustainable when you go fishing or shopping or when you're even cooking, you will feel better about what you catch, what you buy, and what you eat.
Hello, and welcome back to another segment of the Aquarium of the Pacific News. Today, we are at the harbor to talk about the topic of sustainable fishing. First of all, we are here with local crabber, Landon Dawes. Landon, why don't you tell us a little bit more about sustainable fishing?
Well, as a fisherman and crabber in California, it is our duty to protect and conserve all of marine life for generations to come. I mean, there has to be crabs in the ocean if we want to go crabbing, right? Huh. Anyways, sustainable fishing in a nutshell is keeping enough marine life in our oceans by following the rules and regulations set by organizations like the California Department of Fish and Wildlife.
Wow, now let me ask you, why haven't more people heard about this?
Well, everyone is eating seafood. However, most people don't know where what they're eating is actually coming from. You see, when crabbers like myself go out to catch crabs for you to consume, we have to abide by rules, like making sure that we don't keep too many crabs, and that all crabs that we keep are over the legal limit. This helps to sustain and ensure the populations of crabs for generations to come.
Wow, could you maybe explain further or give us an example?
Definitely. Here are two types of crabs.
I'm a rock crab, I'm 3 inches long.
See, now rock crabs have to be 4 inches long to keep, so we're gonna go ahead and let this guy go to grow some more.
Oh man.
Where am I? Oh, my camera. I'm a Dungeness crab. I'm 10 inches long. Looky here, this is a 10-inch Dungeness crab. They're legal to keep and they're delicious with some butter. I'm legal, I'm legal. What do I get?
Wow, this is all really cool. So basically what you're saying is that by following the rules of fishing and making sure that everything you keep is legal would be considered fishing sustainably?
Exactly.
Next on AOP News, I'll be taking a trip 100 feet deep to the bottom of the Pacific Ocean to interview local lobster legend Larry and talk to him about how we can keep him and his friends safe. I'll see you guys in a minute. And here we go. We have finally made it to the residence of Larry. Oh, holy cow.
No, that's just my friend Ray. He's a cow-nosed Ray.
Oh, okay. Can you tell us more about the rules of fishing lobsters in Southern California?
You humans are always barging in. Well, since you asked, all lobsters that are kept in California must have a carapace of at least 3 1/4 inches. Additionally, you must have a lobster card and only keep 7 per night. The humans actually use a special ruler to measure us. Is that Uncle Ryan? Uncle PK? Aunt Jenny?
Whoa, this is a lot of rules for lobstering. Why is that?
There are so many rules in order to sustain and manage our population. Without these rules, our population would slowly be driven down to zero by overfishing.
Oh, I see now. Thanks for all that information, Larry. You are a really big help. Well, I better get going now. I only have 500 PSI left. Bye, Larry. Well, that's it from AOP News. Tune in next time to learn about the mysterious bird flu and how it is impacting seabirds all along the California coast.
Okay. Amazing job. Can we give them another round of applause? Amazing job. So winners, when we announce your name, please come all the way down to the front. And like we said earlier, you're just going to take our spots so we can get to know you. We're not here to intimidate you. We just want to learn a little bit more about your process and see how it went. Okay, so we're going to start with our bronze. Our bronze award winner is Fish Are Friends and Food by Allison Phipps, Serrano High School, grade 10. Come on down. Amazing, amazing job. I saw a walking shot right this way. An amazing shot. That's a very technical shot I saw in there where you were just walking through. Okay, I'm going to ask you a couple of questions if you want to speak into the mic for me. Okay, so what was the hardest part about making your film?
Finding time. I think finding time was definitely the hardest part because I'm a very busy person. And it was like deadlines. And I'm like, oh no, it's getting closer and closer. And I am also a procrastinator, which does not help. And so by having these deadlines and by having a very bad procrastination habit, that was definitely the hardest part, but I made it work in the end.
Absolutely, and I just have one more question for you. It sounded like you were very passionate about this subject. I saw your knowledge, it was deep, right? What do you want to do in your future? If you don't know yet, that's okay. But what area would you like to go in? What is that looking for you?
So I have a couple of different areas actually that I'm kind of looking into going in for like my life. And they're all vastly different because I have both sides of the spectrum. One part of me is like, oh, I love the ocean, I love biology, I want to be a marine biologist. The other side of me is a major performer, I'm a singer, and that's another passion of mine. I like to write. I write songs. I write films. And so it's a mix between biology and the performing industry. So that's why I think that this was perfect.
Amazing. Give her another big round of applause. Thank you so much. Please take your seat. Great to hear from you. Amazing film.
She was ready for the Oscar moment, I'm just going to say. She set the bar high. Next up, our silver winners, Crustacean Conservation, Colin Doss, 9th grader from Oxford Academy, and Landon Doss, 11th grader from Sato Academy. Come on down. Making their way from the rafters.
I love the lobsters.
I know.
I love the lobster idea and how you had the pot there. I mean, it just caught me by surprise. Absolutely.
Come on down, take your place at the podium. Welcome, welcome.
Okay, perfect.
Thank you so much.
All right, so how did it feel hearing the audience watch your film?
I think it was really cool because we tried, he's tried in the past to make films for this, and this year we just tried to do something different, make it more funny, we just added like a bunch of different creative concepts, so I think it was good that people actually caught onto the jokes. PK, I hope you enjoyed that joke.
I was sitting next to him, there was a giggle, definitely, yes.
So yeah, I think it's cool seeing our film being played in front of this many people.
Very cool. Now, Landon, I believe that you participated in our Orange Coast College community college class that the Aquarium held last year. Is that correct?
Yes, it is.
How was that experience? Step a little closer for me. How was that experience? There might be students in the audience that are interested. Tell us more about how that went for you.
Yeah, it was a super cool class. I mean, the opportunity to, have a different style class where it's like you're learning about marine biology at the aquarium, hands-on, doing stuff with really knowledgeable people, and PK obviously, who's taught at a collegiate level before. It's a really cool experience, and it's unlike anything that you can get at in a high school level course where you're not learning hands-on, super at the aquarium, in the exhibits, and just it was a really great experience.
Excellent, good shout out. And last, before we let you go, any thank yous that you'd like to make sure you put out there in the world?
Oh yeah, thank you so much to the Ginsburg family, obviously. Thank you so much to Dr. Creva, for Mrs. Metz, and thank you to all the family members that came out today to support us. And yeah.
Good. All right. How about one big round of applause? Crustacean Conservation. Thank you so much. You know, there is something about hearing your laughs, the jokes hit that are like.
Oh, those jokes hit. Oh, when they hit, they really hit. Okay, absolutely. So we have one more award to give, and this is an amazing award. This is our gold award, and it goes to Perfect Day at the Pier by Olivia Lopez, 11th grade from Milliken High School. Let's give her a big round of applause. I loved it. What an amazing film. Okay, so we have to hear from you about your process. Filmmaking is difficult, okay? For those of you who are in the audience who have made a film, it is difficult. So I want to hear about you. What were the highs and what were the lows of making your film?
So I think it's really important to definitely decide how you want to tell your story first and what your story is. So like I knew right away I wanted to do a silent film. It's something I've never done before but always been really interested in. So that was like really fun to get to execute that and see how it all played out and like just kind of see the process. And the lows were definitely trying to direct my family. It was very hard to get them. We were all just laughing so much. It was so fun to just spend the day with them and like try to like direct them through the scene. Part of why it's a silent film was so I could really, you know, have more control and let them know like walk to the right, walk to the left, maybe like do a little bit less. So that was the best part.
Amazing. So there is many generations, right, in your film?
Yes.
Which generation was the hardest to work with?
Actually, my brother, the youngest generation, because he does know how to fish. And so that was very difficult for him to pretend not to know. He was not happy. He was like, but I know how to fish. And I was like, okay, it's not real life. It's gonna be okay, I promise you. My dad and my grandfather were great sports. They loved it. They were ready for their moment to shine, definitely.
Nice. Are any of them in the audience today?
They are. My grandpa and my dad are both there, as well as my other two grandmothers and my mom.
Good to see you. Nice. I love it. Is there any last thank yous that you want to give out today for anyone in the audience or anyone at home?
Thank you to Dr. Allen and Charlotte Ginsburg, of course, for sponsoring this. I really appreciate it. Thank you to my family for just supporting me. It was definitely a family effort, as you guys all saw, and just to everyone who really, you know, watched the film and enjoyed it in general. Thank you all very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
All right,
so
how about
much.
one more round of applause for all of our winners in the ocean and food category. Amazing.
Amazing.
Job. Okay, what category do we have next?
Okay. I am looking for our next category.
That's not it, not that one.
That is not it.
That's it.
Okay, so our next category is Intro to Ocean and Sports. So we all know that there's a lot of sports that do take place in the ocean. I wish I was involved. I'm a little scared to break my, back or something out there, but I know there's a lot of surfers in the audience. There's a lot of people who do amazing things in the ocean. And at the end of the day, it does bring us all together. We have a great time out there surfing the waves, just feeling the energy of the ocean.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful place to be. Not only that, it's a very important part of cultures too. So amazing job to all of the people who introduced that category. There are 3 films. and
Let's
we will
watch
just
them.
all 3.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Keanu McGuire, and this is my story. I'm currently a student at Marina High School, and I've been surfing and bodyboarding for about 3 years now. I grew up in Kailua, which is a small town on the east side of Oahu, Hawaii. I was always around the ocean when I was little, doing water-based activities like fishing, swimming, paddling. It was all a part of my life. wasn't until COVID hit that I really started getting into like riding the waves and bodyboarding and surfing, trying to do my best to make the most of them. I wanted to do anything to get out of the house, and bodyboarding was a perfect excuse to do so. Right when I started falling in love with the sport of bodyboarding and surfing, I learned I was moving to California, and I just committed to stand-up surfing. Moving to California meant that I had to leave all my friends, and I ended up having to do Zoom calls every single day for school, and I never really connected on like a personal level with any of the kids in my school. I ended up feeling really lonely almost all day every day, and surfing was a way to let it out and just go be. I felt like I could connect to my home again. Surfing was the one way I felt I could connect back to my home and clear my head. So I ended up just totally falling in love with the sport, and I'm not the greatest still, but it's what I do to keep myself happy.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Aquarium. Happy birthday to you.
Dear Diary, today was my birthday. After the amazing party ended, I rushed to start the car and headed to the beach like always. This year was the best by far. Boogie boarding the soft waves, skating on the clean sandy sidewalk, and breathing in the fresh salt air. It's an unmatched ritual that I don't think I'll ever get tired of. Till next year. And the next year after that was just as good.
In breaking news, marine pollution in the forms of physical waste, carbon dioxide emissions, light, and more are at an all-time high. Say goodbye to your favorite pastimes like beach volleyball, surfing, bodyboarding, and etc. Could this be the downfall of our ocean as we know it?
Dear Diary, there's something about birthdays, huh? I put on a smile during the party, but it all feels like a facade. I went to the beach again. It feels like there's something in the water, something I usually see a lot, just typically not in the waves. The whole experience felt weird. I can't even describe it as horrible. Things did not feel the same. I skateboarded on the sidewalk, littered with cigarette butts, and I was so caught up looking at the people and the sublime waves that I skateboarded over a styrofoam plate and fell. I ended up bleeding a lot, and I kid you not, in so much pain. I couldn't even enjoy the water because the salt stung. Dear Diary, don't even get me started on this year's birthday. The beach, waves, and environment did not feel the same. When I went in the water, the worst thing happened. If you look closely, a plastic bag literally flew on my face, obstructing my view and causing me to tumble into the waves. As if it couldn't get any worse, I tried to pick up the plastic bag, but the wind prevailed and I ran around chasing it like a fool while also interrupting the peace of the beachgoers. Embarrassing. And as I stepped closer back to the water, what I thought were moon jellies were a plethora of plastic water bottles and bags. I usually tell people I enjoy long walks on the beach, but I can't even do that anymore in fear of stepping on glass or plastic bags flying in my face. I can't even enjoy simple sports that I usually do every year on my birthday because of how much pollution there is. How are we supposed to find tranquility at the beach when there's a flood of trash, animals suffering, and microplastics everywhere? Pollution overall is a plight to the recreation and wildlife over beaches.
My grandpa loved to surf. The connection between him and the ocean was almost inseparable. He tried to teach my dad how to surf, however he became paralyzed from the legs down due to an accident, so he turned to me. He taught me how to skate first, so that I could have some sort of balance, and gave me tips, hoping that he would be able to take me surfing someday. Unfortunately, he passed away before he could teach me anything more. Before he passed, he left me some stuff in one of those Danish cookie boxes people usually use for their sewing kits and other storage. And he told me to open it when you were ready, and today was that day. When I opened it up, I found an old VHS tape which was labeled as Surfing the High Tide. It appeared to be in brand new condition, hardly used, and at the bottom of the pin box I found a letter that read, "To my grandson." And I opened that letter up and started reading. Dear grandson, although I am not there, I just want to say how proud of you and how far you've come. And although I'm not able to teach you how to surf,
remember my tips. First, you warm up, then stretch. You go into the water and paddle out. Sit on your board, angle yourself on the wave, stand up on the board, and ride it. If you crash, get back on your board and go for the wave again. Your great-grandfather told me before he passed that he would guide me through the waves whenever I was surfing. And now it is time for me to do the same for you. I will wait for you until you decide to take to the shore and surf the waves. See you out there, my dear grandson. Love, Pa.
After I folded the note, my brother came into the room and said that,
"Hey, Mom says there's one more thing in the garage for you."
I rushed outside to the garage, seeing what awaited me. There I saw something wrapped in 2 black trash bags, a sticky note saying, "To my grandson." I picked it up, threw it on the ground, and opened it up. And to my surprise, it was his surfboard. I taught myself how to surf with this board, and whenever I'm out there, I feel more connected to my grandpa as if he's surfing right next to me. My grandpa always wanted surfing to run in the family, and now it's time for me to continue his.
For all of our ocean and sports. Our first winner, the bronze award goes to Saltwater Sorrow, Nadine Nguyen and Kathy Tran, both 11th graders from Westminster High School. Come on down. There they are. I feel like we should have given you a boogie board to come down. Come on up. Okay, well, congratulations. How are you feeling?
Great.
Good? Okay. So I just have to point this out because I'm a Gemini. So I noticed that the birthday is June 2nd. Is your birthday tomorrow? No, that was just a random date. Okay, all right, just kidding. I just wondered that. So Nadine, there was a story you wanted to tell, and it seems very personal. Can you share a little bit about what you were hoping to convey to the audience?
It's more of like, when I grew up, to this day, I always journal. So I was thinking of ideas of how to make this film, and I was thinking like, how do we being more creative without being directly telling directly telling it to the audience up front, we thought that doing like a diary, like where the audience like follows along in the thoughts of a girl, Kathy, that'd be like great to demonstrate how it affects her.
Yeah, okay, Kathy, what did you enjoy most about the process of creating the film?
I enjoyed most, like, even if like we were just filming, it also felt like we were having fun. Like we were at the beach, we were catching the waves, but we were also able to get down some footage for the film.
Excellent. Okay, any last minute thank yous before we let you go?
Thank you to Casey and Cecilia Tran for being in our video.
And thank you to Nadine and me because we have only met each other for like a few years, but I feel like we've gotten really close and we're almost close like Butch Cassidy and Sundance Kid. We just need our Anna place to help commit crimes with us.
Oh, excellent. All right, let's have a round of applause for them. Congratulations. Love it.
Okay, so we are going to move on to our Silver Award winner. And our Silver Award goes to Peace Within Water by Jordan Bui, Anson Din, and Keanu McGuire. Come on down. I gotta learn how to surf one of these days. I think it's because I didn't stretch. That's why I was falling. It must have been a stretching thing. Okay. I think so.
All right, now
Amazing film. So what a story. Can one of you explain to us a little bit about why the story was important for you to capture in this film?
I guess me. I don't know. It's just surfing is a really big part of my life, and it's kind of the thing that keeps me sane. So when I got the opportunity to work on this project with Anson and Jordan, I had to take it, and it worked out really well. Yeah.
Amazing job. I felt how it was so important, which is why I asked that question, and that was conveyed in the film. It truly was. Now, to the two of you, do all three of you surf?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, neither do I. So, are you the only surfer here?
Yes.
Absolutely. Tell me one exciting moment that you've had out there on the water that you can think of.
Earlier this week, actually, it was like the conditions weren't that good, but I got a really good wave and I got barreled. So it was the first time in a little bit, so it was worth it.
Okay. Wow. Amazing job. Now, any thank yous that you want to share with us to the audience today, to family, friends at home?
We just want to say thank you to all of our families for being here, supporting us. But we have one special thanks to Mr. Brown, our film teacher sitting right there. Can you give us a wave? Yeah. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you to my friends for being here, obviously, and then Mr. Brown for kind of making this possible, because we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for your film class. And then also to the people that made this possible. Thank you all. Yeah.
Yeah. I just want to thank Mr. Brown and my family for just supporting me throughout it, and I couldn't have done it without them.
Amazing. All right, thank you all so much. Give them just one giant round of applause as they take their seats. Amazing job, amazing job.
I'm telling you what, Mr. Brown is going home and telling whoever is important in his life, let me tell you what happened tonight. I make a difference, right, Mr. Brown? I mean, that is so cool. So I appreciate that they shouted out to the teacher. Finally, in the ocean and sports category, the gold award, that's your job, yeah. The gold award goes to Legacy by Rocco Leonicio. There he is. Rocco, I'm pretty sure, Rocco, this is not your first film festival, correct? Yes, that's what I thought. So Rocco is one of our returning filmmakers, so congratulations. So you told a really beautiful story. Tell us more. What inspired you? It's clear that your grandfather was an inspiration to you. How did you decide to make this into a film?
Honestly, my grandpa has been like a big part of my life. And although he didn't teach me like surfing in general, he taught me like other stuff. Like he taught me like film. He showed me a bunch of films and a bunch of sports, he taught me actually the sport was soccer. So that's basically what the story is upon, like based on.
Excellent. And how was it seeing it up on the big screen? What do you think?
It was really great. Sorry, I'm kind of nervous right now. But yeah, it was really great. It's cool to see me move up a couple places since last year.
Yeah, well,
So,
congratulations on
thank
coming
you.
back. And I believe you were an honorable mention last year, and so now you are anyway, he's
Okay,
now
yeah,
gold.
yeah, yeah.
You moved up. He is continuing, so I'm so glad you continue to come back. Any last minute thank yous before we let you go?
I would like to thank the Aquarium of the Pacific for hosting these today, our MCs for coming out and MCing the show. Thank you to the judges for picking my film as the gold medal. And thank you for the hosts for providing for this aquarium and for this film. And I want to say thank you to my mom and dad who are over there for all the love and support. And yeah.
All right, thanks so much, Rocco. We're so glad you keep coming back.
Thank you.
All right, one more round of applause for all of our ocean and sports winners. Okay, so now for our third category, we take a little bit of a shift to ocean and culture. And what I love about this category is I think there are a lot of different ways that you could explore ocean and culture. So we kind of could have assumed, I bet we'll look at surfing, maybe we'll look at sustainable seafood. I'm really excited to look at our three, in no particular order, finalists. Okay.
Time.
I thought that was a sign for speed it up. That was the sign for slow it down.
My friend right here, at the very beginning, you got a word, Allison. Can you come back down? I wanted to ask you if you can give us your thank yous. We totally missed your thank yous, and I did not want to miss it, so this is the perfect opportunity to hear your thank yous, okay? And she's back. She's back, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely. Yes.
Okay, well, hi again. I want to thank my family because that is the reason that I know how to fish, and especially my dad. He's been taking me fishing ever since I was like a little kid. I just have memories of just being like a little girl with a fishing pole, and now I still love to go fishing all the time. Whenever I get the chance, I'm like, Dad, let's go fishing. And he's like, oh, which is surprising. I also want to thank my boyfriend because he's the reason that I found out about the film festival. He actually won last year and the year before, so he's the reason I know that this exists, and he's also the reason that I did it because he pushed me, and he always tries to kind of push me past my limits, and he's like, okay, you did this, now keep going, and just go further and find your full potential, and I really appreciate him for that.
Thanks so much, Allison. All right, now in no particular order, the finalists for the ocean and culture category.
are children of the ocean. She watches over us, embracing the world with her mighty blue arms. She finds ways to wriggle into our lives, as any mother would, to do what she does best: care for her children. She supports us as the wind at our backs. Take a deep breath in. Feel that sweet, crisp air that flows through your lungs. The simple breeze we so often take for granted, as the ocean breathes life into each and every one of us. She always makes sure we're comfortable. Not too hot, not too cold, but just right. And in an instant, by regulating our climate, she can make your rainy day turn into a sunny one. Mother likes to make sure we're full, always providing the tastiest, freshest meals right to our table. But the ocean also knows how to have a good time. She's really into chasing us with her waves and having the gnarliest splash battles. But it's safe to say we always have fun when we're with her. Our mother's also the best teacher there is. She taught me that it's okay to put life on pause when the world becomes too much. She told me she'll always be a safe space to come back to. She taught me how to swim to the surface after sinking, how to stand when the waves of life knock you over. She told me that the key to moving forward is finding calm in the storm. But I think Mother's greatest quality is her ability to bring her children together. From lands far and wide, of cultures alike and different, she always manages to bring out the best in all of us. She reaches her arms across every inch of the world, connecting us each with every drop. And yet, with everything Mother has done for us, we often forget her presence in society, showing our appreciation in the cruelest of ways. We slowly kill her with our actions, pollute her love with our rubbish. We treat Mother like an afterthought, without a clue of how she integrates herself into every part of our lives. The ocean is with us all the time, in me and in you. Sooner or later, we can't expect the ocean to keep taking care of us children in the ways we expect her to. If all she receives is harm for being selfless, what more can she offer? How can she maintain the strength and energy to keep the spirit of motherhood alive? The ocean's a force to be reckoned with. Everything we know stems from her goodness, her generosity, and yet we treat her with as much respect as any old puddle of water. If we take care of her, she'll take care of us. So just remember, at the end of every road and every sidewalk, at the ends of the universe where the horizon melts away, it's always her in the end.
The human species is called to the ocean. In fact, around the world, 4 in 10 of us live within 60 miles of one. A deep appreciation for marine environments permeates every society around the world. One magnificent animal, the largest fish in the ocean, holds remarkably similar value for cultures which span thousands of miles.
We're down here in the Sea of Cortez, in between Baja California and mainland Mexico. We're doing some documentation on whale sharks.
In New Guinea, villagers call the creature Gorano Bintang, which translates to starry shark, as its dotted pattern invokes images of constellations. At the beginning of the fishing season, the people of Sulawesi search for signs of the Mungango Kulalo, or the moon shark, to indicate fish will be plentiful. Similarly, the people of Borneo in Indonesia revere Hui Nenek as the sacred grandmother of the ocean. Due to its tendency to attract other small creatures, the whale shark represents good fortune for local fishermen. The Hui Kekakek, or ancestor shark, to the Munkar people of Java, is known as the protector and forefather of all marine life. Fishermen will often recite a prayer and drop an offering of rice upon encountering a whale shark in the wild. In Mozambique and Kenya, East African legends say a god showered the whale sharks with silver coins along their backs, giving them the name, in Swahili, Papa Shilingi, literally meaning shark covered in coins. The sea touches many shores, and the whale shark touches many cultures. Throughout the diversity of story and tradition, the whale shark always brings prosperity, good fortune, and ancestral wisdom. When we recognize each relationship to the ocean, we learn more about her creatures, we respect more about each other, and we discover more about ourselves.
Amazing job and well done to all of our finalists here today. I'm going to start out by introducing our Bronze Award winner. And our Bronze Award winner will be going to Tidal Bonds by Shajun Bey, Micah Lai, Timothy Okjema, and John Rosenberg. Amazing job. Come on down, all the way from the top. Love to see it. Okay, we're seeing our friends and family on the way down, filmmakers in the future. I mean, he can come on up come on up with us, Frank. You can come on up. Yeah, come on. Let's give them all a round of applause. I love it. Okay, come closer to the microphone for me. Speak into the mic. So tell me about the process of making your film. What was it like? What was it difficult? Was it easy? What was that process like? Give me a little snippet.
Well, the thing is that our film had a bunch of different steps, right? We had the screenwriting, we had to actually go out and film, and the thing is, we're all sophomores, we're all very, very busy. We have, APs, different classes, final exams. We're all very busy, and so we had to try and, find time and, manage it in a way that we can all, fit our schedules together, and also fit, Colin's schedule and his dad, also the other actor, to, be able to create the film and, bring out the piece that we created.
Nice. So, my friend, you're an actor. Absolutely. Come and speak, share. Can we see you from back there? Okay. How was it like acting in this film?
It was good.
It was good? What was your favorite part?
Being with my dad by my side.
Being with your dad. Is your dad here today?
Yeah, he's up there.
Wave, Dad. Where are you, Dad? Oh! That one hit me right here. Amazing actor. I see a lot in your future. All of you. Amazing job, okay? Any thank yous? Any thank yous about this film that you would like to share with us today?
Yeah, I would definitely like to thank my family, especially my parents, for supporting us throughout this project and driving us to the film locations, and just overall being really supportive.
We would also like to thank, of course, our actors and also the film and television program that we come from at our schools.
We'd also like to thank the Ginsburg family and the Aquarium of the Pacific, and also our wonderful MCs, and of course, my mom.
They stole everything I wanted to say, so I'd like to thank Colin, our star actor in the film.
I love it. Well, thank you all so much. Oh, yes, on the way back. You got to give it to us as you go back to your seats. Amazing job. Let's give them all another giant round of applause. Giant round of applause. Go ahead.
Yay! Oh, my goodness. That was awesome. All right, so for our silver award, thank you, for our silver award straight off of his graduation from South Pasadena High, the whale shark, a cultural giant, Liam Wright. Liam, we weren't sure if you were going to make it.
Neither was I.
But now that I see that jacket, come on over. Now that I see that jacket, I am real glad you are here.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations on graduating.
Thank you.
Which just happened like an hour ago.
Yeah, pretty much.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, round of applause. Congratulations on graduating. Congratulations on the film. Now, I understand that there was a trip to Mexico that really inspired this film. Can you tell us a little bit about that experience?
Oh my God, yeah, it was an amazing time.
Just go a little closer. There you go.
Hope you can hear me.
Yeah.
It was an amazing time. We took a trip to Mexico. It was not the first time I'd gone, but it was the first time I'd been to the Sea of Cortez, and it was really a remarkable area with some really fascinating wildlife. And my parents had, booked this little expedition, and I wasn't even sure what we were doing until we were there, and I was like, these creatures are amazing. They're swimming all around, and I started. I like to look into things. Maybe too late after we had finished the trip, but I was on one of my Wikipedia rabbit hole kind of adventures where you just click from link to link, and I ended up on the whale shark, and I learned that it's all over the world. They have a little map where it shows kind of the range that it lives, and I thought that'd be perfect for the culture kind of category because I'm sure it fits, and I just got so much amazing footage that I feel like it had to work. All that footage was mine, including the drone shot in the beginning. So.
I love how you connected it with the theme of culture. I thought that was really wonderful. Really quickly, any last thank yous before we let you go?
Thank you to my parents for bringing me. Thank you to the Ginsburgs. Thank you to Miss Metz for emailing me back and forth. And thank you to the boys back at South Pass who just graduated.
Woo!
Class of 2023. Woo!
Thanks so much, Liam. All right, head on back. All right, finally, in the same category, our gold winner for the Ocean and Culture category is Born from Waves, Sophia Lee, 11th grader from Westminster High School. Woo! That is a fan club, I'm telling you. Come on down. Sophia's rocking the heels like I am, so you gotta go slow. Congratulations, Sophia. Come on over. I'm so excited to get to hear a little bit more about the film. You really told a beautiful story here as well. So I can't ask you, what were you trying to tell us? Because it was really clear. But what I'd love to hear is a little bit of the background behind it in terms of the different shots. How did you explore actually putting the story together? What was your experience like in actually figuring out what that was going to look like?
So me and my family, we like to watch a lot of movies during the weekends, and so I just remember seeing like all these like different scenes and different shots, and I'd be like, oh my gosh, that's such a cool shot here, or like, oh, that'd be really cool to like incorporate into a video. And so like I just remember watching all these movies and just taking like these different shots and incorporating them into my own video.
I love it, right? That's where art comes from. That's where science comes from. You get inspired. That's great. Are you interested in continuing with filmmaking? Is that something you'll do in your future?
So when anyone asks me like what I want to do in the future, like I always like go with like the the conventional answer, and I say like, oh, like I want to be a lawyer or something. But like I think like my dream job would be like a filmmaker out in the field, and it'd just be so cool to like see my work on like a big screen like this. And so doing something like this was actually like a dream come true.
Oh my gosh, that's wonderful. Any last minute thank yous before we let you go?
I'd like to thank my mom for being like the main star of this film, even though she had to like make sure her hair looked good in every shot. I'd like to thank my dad for all the equipment he lended me and always being there to support me. I'd also like to thank my sister. She's giving like a little wave over there. She wanted me to make sure that I said that I thank her for her beautiful eye in the beginning of the film. And then, and then I'd like to thank my boyfriend for pushing me to do this film. I remember calling him one night and I was like, oh, should I do this like film festival thing? And because originally I wasn't going to do it, but then he was like, oh yeah, you should do it because like you have the skills, you have the experience, and so without him I wouldn't be able to have done this. So.
Second shout out for encouraging boyfriends. Excellent. Thank you so much, Sophia. Thanks for sharing your film. Let's have one more big round of applause for our Ocean and Culture winners. Callum, I don't really feel like not watching films anymore. I kind of feel like watching some more films. You think we could do that?
Absolutely.
Yeah, we're not done. We're going to do a couple more.
Done. Yeah. You thought we were done. Joke. is on you.
We're not done.
Absolutely. So we have a couple more films. We could not just go with gold, silver, and bronze. There are a lot of other films that were amazing, and our staff said, you know what? We have to show them somewhere at some place at this film festival. So we will be showing our staff picks, and there will be 4 different videos, and we'll watch them right now.
All right, 4 staff picks.
Growing up by the ocean has been a gift that has kept on giving throughout my entire life. It was more than just a childhood experience for me. It was a way of life. The salty sea air, the sound of seagulls, even the warm sand between my toes was a constant reminder that life was good. But it wasn't just the atmosphere that impacted me. Part of it was the ocean itself. The sea has given me a sense of peace and tranquility that I carry with me wherever I go. When I'm feeling overwhelmed or stressed, all I have to do is close my eyes and imagine the sound of the waves crashing against the shore. It's like a mental reset button that instantly calms me down. It's showed me that life is better when you just slow down and enjoy the simple things. The ocean has also taught me the importance of perseverance. When I was learning to surf, I fell off my board way more times than I can count. But every time I got back up, I felt this sense of accomplishment that I couldn't get anywhere else. It's a lesson that I've carried with me throughout my entire life, that sometimes the best way to succeed is just to keep on trying, no matter how tough things get. But perhaps the most important thing that growing up by the beach has given me is a love for nature. It's hard not to be awed by the power and beauty of the ocean, and that appreciation has extended to all parts of the natural world for me. I try and live my life in a way that honors and respects the environment, and it's all thanks to the lessons I learned growing up by the sea. So, here's to the ocean, the place that has given me so much and continues to inspire me to this day.
Welcome back to Fish on a Dish. Today's contestants are Dane Hewlett and M.I.A. Harris, who have never cooked fish before, and the competition winner will get a pie, the other in the face.
Hi, I'm Mia Harris from Huntington Beach, and I'm gonna wipe the floor with Dane.
Hi, I'm Dane Hewlett from Huntington Beach, and I'm so excited to be here competing with Mia.
Wait, did you not hear about what M.I.A. said about you?
Well, in that case, I can't wait to watch Mia burn like her fish.
Well, it's already getting heated in here. Let's show the contestants what fish they are cooking.
If you look under your towels, you will see aquacultured Atlantic salmon.
I don't know about you, Dane, but I'm already getting inspired.
Mia, what does aquaculture mean?
Dane, I just told you like not even 20 minutes ago.
I know, but tell me again.
Aquaculture is basically the breeding, raising, and harvesting of marine organisms.
That's right. It also helps to increase food production, keep waterways clean, and boost economic growth.
Exactly, and by farming fish like salmon, it helps to prevent overfishing, bycatch issues, and disruptions to food web.
Wow, aquaculture has a lot of benefits, doesn't it?
It does, and did you know that salmon aquaculture is one of the fastest growing production systems in the world?
No way, that's so cool.
I know. Another fun fact is that 70% of salmon in store is actually aquacultured.
Wow. Graham, how much time do we have left?
You have 2 minutes left.
Well, we better get going.
Well, everyone, it's time for fun facts with Graham. Did you know that lungfish can live out of water for up to a year? It does this by making itself a mucus cocoon and burying itself under the ground. And by doing this, it takes in air with its lungs through a built-in breathing tube that leads to the surface because a lungfish has both gills and lungs.
Wow, I didn't know that. How interesting.
Wait, what's a lungfish?
It's a fish with lungs. Get it?
So funny.
Well, it looks like the contestants are done with their dishes. Let's go and ask them what they've made.
For you today, Graham, I made a honey lemon garlic salmon with lemon wedges on top and a roasted asparagus with a Parmesan crust.
And I, for you, Graham, have made a lemon salmon with rosemary and butter, sided with broccoli, cauliflower, and carrots. Thank you.
Well, while both of these dishes are wonderful, one stands out the most, and that the winner of this competition is MAA.
Yes! No! Can't believe I lost. You get to.
My name is Wolfie, and I'm gonna tell you about my first trip to the beach. When I was 2 years old, Mommy took me to the beach for the first time. I didn't know what to expect, but I was so excited. I saw a lot of water along the horizon. I knew right away that this place was special. But I didn't know what it was just yet. I remember coming down from the endless staircase. And when we finally arrived, I was amazed by the amount of people. Roller skating, riding their bikes, even doing yoga. I was really amazed. All these people doing all kinds of physical activities and sports all along the beach. I even got to see a group of people playing with the frisbee. Wow, that looked super fun. I also got to see some intense volleyball matches. And even saw some kite surfing enthusiasts. I even got the chance to play with the seagulls for a little while. And also had the chance to admire the water from up close. I also saw a guy trying to surf on his electric surfboard. Wow. But after that, we decided to head back home. That day was the best day ever, and it has made me reflect that without our beaches, many people and other living things would not be able to enjoy these fun activities.
The ocean is embedded into everyone's life.
Fishing supports the livelihood for many communities, including small-scale, subsistence, and commercial fishermen.
Not only has the ocean served to fulfill people's living needs, but it's also valuable to those involved in the tourism industry.
The pier is a bridge to bring people and the ocean together. No matter the background, communities unite to share their cultures and talents. However, we exploit our ocean with overfishing, dumping trash, and habitat destruction. Our oceans are becoming more and more polluted, filling up with an overwhelming amount of bacteria to the point it's become dangerous to swimmers, surfers, and those playing in the ocean. People can't enjoy their days at the beach unless something is done. We may lose part of our identity. Thankfully, there are people out there fighting to help save our oceans.
Organizations like Heal the Bay are an environmental advocacy group that aims to protect our coastal waters.
However, all of us must come together to protect our beaches. After all, this is our home.
All right, we are going to ask the filmmakers from our 4 staff pick films to come on down and join us. That will be The Sea Within Me, Quentin Franks, Huntington Beach High School, Fish on a Dish, Mia Harris and Dane Hewlett from Edison High School, My First Day at the Beach, Sergio Ramirez, and Our Home from Granada Hills Charter School, High School. Our friends from Granada Hills are not with us today. Are they graduating today? Yeah, they're graduating as well today. So Celia, Malaya, Jacob, and Noah from Granada Hills will not be here, but the other staff picks, come on down. All right, so for our staff pick winners, what we'd love to ask you to do is we'd love you to have the thank you moment. So we'll start. Why don't you step up? Any thank yous that you'd like to share with us?
Yeah, I mean, just thank you to the film program I'm from, Huntington Beach, APA. Thank you to Mr. Brown. He seems cool. I don't have him, but he seems really cool. If I had a supportive boyfriend, I would love to thank him, but that is not the case. Other than that, I mean, thank you to my parents. They're always supporting me with everything I do. That's just about it.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Congratulations. Come on up.
Hello. Did I say thank you?
Just any thank yous that you might have. Who helped you get here?
Well, I would like to say thank you, first and foremost, to Dr. Allen and Charlotte Ginsburg for hosting this special event. I would also love to thank my friend Jeremy, real friend, and most importantly my family for really pushing me to past my limits and really making me think through a different artistic perspective, and for always being there. Thank you.
We would also like to thank the Ginsburg family. Thank you so much for hosting this. I would like to thank, my mom. My mom, she died earlier this year, and she really helped me see the vision in this. She loved films, and she really helped me want to do this and see this through. Thank you.
I would just like to thank my family so much for supporting me. Thank you, Dad, Marnie, my mom, Papa and Mimi, thank you. And especially, I want to give a special thanks to Mr. Gardner, if you could wave really quickly. Thank you, Mr. Gardner, for really showing me the world that aquaponics and aquaculture has to offer. Thank you to Sam, and thank you to Mrs. Komatovich as well. And Alex and Nisa.
Awesome. Thank you so much, you guys. Congratulations.
Good job.
Oh my gosh.
What a night.
Amazing. Before we hand over the microphone, we just want to say thank you so much to everyone for joining us tonight. Thank you to the students who took time to make something happen, to put together a story. Thank you to the parents who encouraged and probably drove and figured out copyright stuff maybe, to the teachers who encouraged them. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being part of the ecosystem that makes students want to continue to push themselves outside of their boundaries. Thank you, Callum, for being my co-host. This was really fun.
This was.
Yeah.
Thank you, Allie. Can we give Allie
course.
another big round of applause?
No. We have some final words. We have one of our distinguished judges and a filmmaker himself. I'd love to invite down Juwan Carbon. Come on down for some inspirational words for our speakers. Thank you. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. I first want to thank the Ginsburgs and the High Tide Film Festival and Aquarium staff for inviting me to the festival to be a distinguished judge. I have been a filmmaker for many, many years, and it's great to see young filmmakers making their films. If there is one thing that I can tell all of the filmmakers here, it can be summed up in one word, and that word is courage. You know, filmmaking is a very technical profession. There's a lot of things you need to know: where to put the camera, you need to know about the lighting. There is a lot of story elements that you need to know. But the word courage is something that you have to remember. Courage to be yourself. Courage to bring your own unique voices to your films, which is what I've seen this evening. It took me many years to cultivate my voice as a filmmaker. You know, I wanted to kind of emulate some of the other filmmakers that I saw over the years. But it wasn't until I was true to myself, my creative voice, that, you know, things really started to take off. And so I want to applaud all of the filmmakers who have been in this festival, because your distinct voices were on display this evening, and you all deserve a round of applause. Thank you.
Thank you for your words of inspiration. I'd like to thank all of our incredibly talented filmmakers who are here this evening, who brought us together, and all the family and friends and teachers that are here to support them. I'd like to thank an amazing aquarium staff that we have for helping put this together. It takes an army, and we certainly have an army of people helping here tonight.
I can't let you finish without saying this is the person who planned all of this, sent all these emails, coordinated everything. Planning an event at the Aquarium of the Pacific is difficult, and she did it with flying colors. So can we please give her a giant round of applause?
I'd also like you to turn around. There's an entire team up in the booth behind us, our AV team, and without them, none of this would be possible. They're always behind the scenes. They help me every second. And with all my heart, thank you to the Ginsburgs for making this possible year after year. We're so appreciative of it and having this opportunity. But the show is not over. We have opened up our galleries for all of you this evening to tour the aquarium. You have exclusive access to all of our beautiful exhibits. For our winners, we'd like you to come back and take some photos with your awards that we will have set up in the Great Hall. We also have ice cream carts in the Great Hall, and we have, you all have the opportunity to make another movie this evening. We have a 360 photo booth that you can all just have some fun with, and we have some props for you to go out and enjoy. So thank you. Thank you for being here. Enjoy the rest of the show in the evening. Please exit at the bottom of the stairs into the Great Hall, and we'll see you out there. Thank you.